So I think a lot of like life, what has to do with life is your outlook towards it. So like if you're positive and you push out like good energy, I like watched a video on YouTube of Oprah Winfrey talking about like you have to keep an open mind towards things and be ready for it. I mean, just be on that level, but you have to be ready for it. You have to meet it at the same point that it's at, or else it'll never happen. So like when you connect with certain people, there's different levels to connecting with people. People are on different levels. And when you connect to a person at a higher level, it's because you were put yourself in the position to be at that level. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of.
No? Yeah. So like David Goggins, I've been watching a lot of David Goggins lately.
Yeah.
Because even though like they made a music video and that shit was silly as fuck, he has like some good messages. And I guess at the beginning you could see like a fat, overweight person that was like super negative about himself.
Yeah.
Like super judgmental.
Yeah.
But that many years of being that way and having discipline and strength in order to like build himself up to have a strong mind and a strong body led him to be on the Rogan podcast. So, you know, there was a point in life where he was weak and shit.
Yeah.
And Rogan would never talk to him. But he built him up in a way in life that put him in the position where he's doing like all the cool shit he's always wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, like actually like explain the truth, his truth towards the world.
Yeah. He just fucking worked on his mental health, man. Mental health is key. It's more important than your actual. Yeah.
So like what are some ways you stay positive, like if like not saying like if you're down or something, but what's some ways that keep you going?
Just family and friends.
Family,
you know, people who I interact with. Yeah, people I just talk to on the daily. You know, that's why.
Do the memes help you out?
Oh, memes.
Because this dude's a big meme poster, so I don't know.
I'm a big dank memer.
I guess like always staying like humble, like not humble, but like
I don't know,
laughing at the small stuff in life.
Yeah, I think,
so that way you don't get too caught up like in the depressing and negative things.
Yeah, you have to make fun of life to enjoy it, even if it's sad sometimes. You know, you have to like be able to actually like create a joke out of it, out of every situation.
Every situation.
Every situation. So if my dad died or some shit,
you have to mourn for a little bit.
You're gonna have to mourn, but it's all part of like the grieving process, you know, I guess. Yeah. I feel like that's when you actually get over something, when you can actually joke about it.
Then you're finally over it.
You're finally.
But like, let's say like a huge breakup, like you like really love this girl, you really dig into her, and then she like just fucking blocks you. You're like, fuck. But I think for that, like you should have never been dependent on that girl.
Yeah, exactly.
You should have never had dependence onto somebody, and instead you should have focused your time on making yourself better.
Yeah, making yourself better, just meeting other people, just talking to everybody. You don't have to
put all your attention on
all your happiness
on
one
Tiffany
person.
from Connecticut.
Oh Jesus, bro. Shut up, bro. Yeah, no, you don't invest all your fucking, what is it, like your chips in one bowl or some shit.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's that for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good to push out good vibes.
Yeah, it's good to just be positive in general. You know, you talk to just everybody, try to have a conversation.
Yeah, and that's gonna be, I think that's challenging. It's easier in the army, but it's more challenging, like if you move to a new city or something, and you have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
So you can look at it from two ways. You can like, when you're starting from scratch, you can wait like 8 months or a fucking year to make your first friend, because you're always just like, everybody's a stranger to you.
Yeah.
Or you can like say fuck it, and then I'm just gonna be approachable as much as I can, either at the gym or going to meetups.
Yeah.
Or like couch surfing, I don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta be creative.
Yeah, you definitely have to be approachable. You can't just have, like looks, like, you know, your presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're gonna look like a fucking shithead, like just poopy face all the time, like,
all depressed, nobody's gonna talk to you.
Yeah, no one's gonna care. But if you're happy, if you're smiling, you say, hey, you know, what's up, like, it could lead to something, but a lot of times it's just an answer, hey back. So
yeah, it's not always like gonna lead to a friendship or something.
Yeah, but that's a lot more better than actually just looking down and nobody fucking looks at you or talks to you. So just being positive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like when I moved from Eagle Rock to Palmdale, I was still in school, so it didn't matter. You know, you're gonna make friends regardless because you're in like one organization, and you're gonna be there for like
Yeah,
a year.
you're in
So-
class and stuff.
Yeah, so you have to make friends. I mean, not have to, but it's gonna come around eventually. You know.
Yeah, you said do you want to do criminal justice or something?
Yeah, maybe like getting associates in it, but that's just for fucking like a law enforcement career.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, like I don't know. That's like the most stable thing to do, but I know that's not something I'd probably do for more than fucking like 6 to 10 years at a time.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta reevaluate after like 10 years.
not even that. Probably maybe 3, maybe after a year, maybe after 5. I don't know where my mindset's gonna go. You
Yeah.
know? We're only so young, and it's
Life
just,
is gonna pass you by when you get
Yeah.
old.
and you're never actually gonna know what you actually love to do.
Yeah.
And my dad is still trying to figure it out. I mean, he has a stable job, he has a stable career.
But he's not happy in it.
He wants to do something else. He wants to do
Yeah.
construction. He wants to do CDL. He wants to do landscaping. Like, he wants to do all kinds of things. Like, his mind is still like,
Creative.
Yeah,
He still like wants to try other shit.
yeah. And
That's why I think it's important. It's tough when you don't have much. Like
Mhm.
if you don't have like a trust fund like I read an article where Hillary Clinton's daughter, she's sitting on like 5 different boards of like companies and other organizations, and like one of the companies just to sit on the board pays her like either 2.3 or $530,000 a year.
fuck.
Like, so these people that are being born into these families have such a leg up. Like, they don't have, like, $1 million is nothing to them. They can like throw that away because they'll make it back next year.
Yeah.
But like for working people like you and me, man, fucking saving up $5,000, or I even know people that to have $500 in their bank account, like,
And that was it.
yeah, that's all they have. Like, they're like, that's how they're living, and it's so tough to see that disparity in the world, you know, where a person can have, like, some people can hoard like hundreds of billions of dollars, and then there can be like homeless people on the street that nobody talks to.
Yeah.
So it's just it'd be cool if the next economy, the next system that we have is something where it's a more level playing field, and there's a net to catch the poorest of the
Yeah.
poor.
Yeah. Not have everybody fucking living on streets or some shit.
Yeah, especially like Skid Row, where you have like 30,000 people on a street just
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 vibing.
fucking vibing really hard with each other. I mean, I guess it makes for good stories if they all like get drunk and have like a homeless block party.
Fuck no, man. Skid Row looks terrible. Like, I know it's sad to see those people, but I mean, we're like a level above them because it only takes like one domino to fucking change our whole fucking life, and all of a sudden we end up on Skid Row or we end up homeless.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say that now, like, oh yeah, I think I'm good financially. I think I'm smart with my money, but maybe I get a little too, like, maybe I actually do make some money and I start go balling out, right? Like, I start partying every weekend, every day, every fucking, just, I don't know. I feel like that could, like, cause me to,
Or like if you get injured or if you have a health problem and you're out of work for a little bit of time.
yeah, that's a real
So-
thing. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a lot of the people on Skid Row, like, some of them were like lawyers and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
They have master's degrees. I
Yeah.
heard one thing, like a dude had a master degree, and then
Mm-hmm.
and what I've heard, the number one thing of homelessness is a loss of like nuclear family. Like once you lose your whole family,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's like cousins, uncles, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Once you lose contact with them and you have no safety net to get you like a place and stuff
Yeah.
to get you working again, then that's when it all falls.
Yeah.
That's like the trouble with me, because like I'm super creative and I like to venture on new things, new
Yeah.
ideas, but that's like taking a chance. And
Yeah.
that's like even David Goggins said, that's like starting from scratch. Man, I got really good at starting from scratch, you know? So
Yeah.
every time you start a new job, you start something new, you're starting from scratch. Like
Yeah.
I've started from scratch a lot of times. Like I worked on ships. I became an able seaman where I actually steered the ship. And then I was like, I'm bored of this. I'm gonna start from scratch.
Yeah.
The next thing was college. and then start from scratch. Then you
Yeah.
backpack, you do something else, and you start from scratch.
Yeah.
But it's good to get yourself, like, if I was to get like my MBA
Uh-huh.
and get a high level position somewhere, if you start from scratch, you're starting from scratch from one high position to another high position. You're not starting from scratch and fucking working at like
Yeah.
McDonald's or Walmart.
All the way to the bottom, all the way to the top.
Yeah, so that's why it's important to, like, if you're gonna start from scratch, like, I don't know if to make something specific or broad, but get yourself in like a position of authority, of management.
Yeah.
But then that takes like a whole new class of person. That's like it takes a personality to be.
So you keep starting from scratch, but not really.
No, to be like, if you're on a high level,
Mhm.
those people communicate on a different level than other people.
Yeah.
They socialize differently. So you have to socialize the way they socialize.
Yeah. It's all part connections, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, networking,
Yeah.
connections, PT. It's all about the bend and reach. If you know how to do your 10 PT exercises, you
You're-
can make it in life.
Shit. But the army's like terrible for people who are like actually creative or actually like want to do shit with their lives.
Yeah. Unless you're like a creative NCO and you know how to fuck with people creatively,
Yeah.
then it could be like fun.
I don't know. Like some people just like this shit. They're born for this shit. They like it. So I don't want to shit on those people, but the people are just like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna just stay here because it's the easy shit I can do, and I don't want to go out there and fucking fail. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all gonna we're gonna have fails. We're gonna have a lot of failures before we actually like succeed big.
Yeah.
And shit, succeeding big might not even be like a 500K job.
But
a
how
year.
long, if you try new things, how long do you stick with it till you realize, oh shit, this is not taking me anywhere? Like, I'm not getting anywhere with this. Do you think you judge it after 6 months? Do you judge it after like 2 years?
It
After a year?
It could be like not even a week. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know because it really depends on your fucking mental kick in. You gotta know yourself to understand how long does it take for me to do something, and then I get tired of it after a period of time. So I mean, you can't really just like say that there's like this is a set time for when somebody should know that if they should like a subject or not. Because you could do something for like 2 years, or you could do something for 20 years, and then you realize, hey, this isn't for me anymore.
Yeah. And that's when like your intuition comes into play. Like, you have to build your intuition and judge things with like people and also with like work situations and other hobbies. But yeah, it's hard to build discipline too. Like, I read a page on Facebook, and it was like, if you haven't done anything like a side hustle, or you haven't figured out like what's your passion, or like, you know, worked on starting this side hustle yet,
Yeah.
then you don't lack time, you lack discipline.
Yeah.
That's what it said. I was like, God damn it, that's me. And it's so tough because like I wake up and I'm tired and I don't feel like doing shit.
Yeah.
But then like when my mind's going, it's like not the time to actually do something.
Yeah.
And it's hard because when you're doing something you don't like to do, it doesn't really motivate you to actually do something you like to do, because you're spending all your time doing something you don't like to do.
Yeah.
But right now, we've all had time during this time to figure out what's the next project gonna be,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But
Either that or you just bullshitted, you know, the last like few years of your life.
yeah.
That's how people get stuck here.
And then life passes you by, and then you're older, and then,
Yeah.
you know, life went by and you didn't grab the train. So,
Literally, it hits you when it hits you. Like
Yeah.
2 years ago, I'd say as a joke, like, yeah, I'm putting in my 2 years, right? Like, you know how like when you put in your 2 weeks and then you get out. So I don't know. I'd say that back then. I was like, damn, 2 years used to be like so fucking long from now.
Yeah.
And now I'm here 6 months out, and I'm like,
yeah.
Shit.
What I like about being a mechanic is I don't count down the days. Like, every day is just a little bit different.
yeah,
That makes it interesting.
yeah,
So, and then like, and being a mechanic, you're in the army at least, you're always socializing with other mechanics and other people. So
Yeah.
it's like a really like social type of job.
yeah,
And it's a bit physical. So you're getting in your physical work for the day. So
Yeah.
you like fall asleep easy, you know,
Yeah.
you get tired good.
you're not in an office just not doing shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this video's too long, so we're gonna cut it at there. But yeah, just keep up the good vibes. I know you didn't make it this far. One person did.
Yeah, keep it
If you're
positive.
that one, marry me.
Keep it positive.
Yeah.